Let's make it a video. Hi everyone, I'm PatToonz, and today's video is very special. I don't really do videos a lot because I animate and I make pictures online, and I'm not a YouTuber, guys. So anyway, today's video is going to be really special because basically every year I like to do a big collaboration of my artwork throughout the year, be it physical or traditional sketchbook drawings and my digital work. Because all my digital work is already on the computer, which is easy enough to throw together, that's already, I'm probably already going to put that into its own video. But because I've done a lot of traditional work this year in Sketchbook, this video is going to mainly focus on my review of my sketchbooks for this year. This is a big deal because I don't know if any other artists are out there, but whenever you get a new sketchbook, you're excited to fill it out, you're excited to get as much as you can into it, but then you just get to a point where you're like, okay, maybe a third of the way through, I need another one, and another sketchbook, and it's a never-ending cycle, and you just never seem to finish one sketchbook. It's always multiple sketchbooks at any one time, but I've filled, well, near enough filled every single page in the sketchbook, and I'm really proud of that, and I just want to show it off today. And what better time to show it off than the end of the year, because I'll be showing off all my artwork. I'll probably make an extra video on top of this one of the newest sketchbook I'm working on. Just different ideas, and if these videos go down well, I'll maybe do more reviews of other sketchbooks I have, because I keep them all, because they show my progression as an artist, and I blossom like a pair of bosoms. Let's begin. Alright guys, so to get down to the beginning of it, to start off any book, you have to go with the beginning. And first off, I like to always start off my sketchbooks by drawing my logo. It's just the circle with the traditional PatToonz hair aesthetic. It's a logo I came up with a couple years ago. It symbolizes me, it is me, it's just my hair. And yeah, it's my identity, and no one else can take that away. And I like to always add my little caricature, because it shows yes, this is me. This is me. So with this sketchbook, I wanted to start off strong, work on some anatomy and proportions. So I started off doing some life drawing. I started off with just some figure poses. There's a really helpful website I always go to whenever I'm kind of in the slump. It's just very helpful, just because I this is how I learn how to draw these biceps and this body part that I should know, and it just kind of gives me how to deal with perspectives and just different figures. I'm pretty sure this one was a ballerina, this was some girl sitting, laying down, all these different extreme poses. And the best thing about it then is I can take these poses and then I can adapt them further, make them into actual people and refine their details and stuff. Because at the minute these are just literally skeletons. This guy has a spatula for hand, so I could turn those into fingers. Okay, so next, you'll see this a lot in the sketchbook, where I've started a sketch here and I leave a blank page here. I do that with the intent of, I still make the mistake a couple times in this sketchbook, but you'll probably notice later that, yeah, so I leave this page blank in case I want to ink this page. And as you can probably already see the next drawing on the other side, these pages aren't particularly super thick, so you can imagine what, yeah, and this is all pencil work so far, so you can imagine what inking would do. And it means if I was to go off to scan this, I don't want anything bleeding through on the other page, so that's why I kind of tend to like leave one page blank. So technically it's not 100% full, but there's a reason why those pages are blank. Sometimes they're not, sometimes they are. So anyway, this was also trying to adapt the figure drawings I was doing on the last page. So I was doing the so I was in a pub one day and I seen a girl. I was like, she looks cool, I'll draw her. And sometimes, guys, artists do that. They love to manipulate you and use you for free. Okay, so already this is kind of like a timeline of the year. So I'm pretty sure this was when Dragon Ball Super was still out there and Ultra Instinct was super duper cool. So I might go with like free-handed Goku standing all badass with the Ultra Instinct going, and I try to do it, put me as Ultra Instinct. Again, like I didn't use reference, so it doesn't look 100%, but it's what I could do, so I'm happy with it. Okay, so this is my take on what Ganondorf would look like in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild style. So Ganondorf, he's the human incarnation of the evil Ganon. Yeah, so he's an evil incarnation of the demon Ganon or whatever. Zelda fans, don't be angry. I know my stuff. I'm just struggling to talk in front of a camera. So basically, I gave him like one of those a gauntlet, and like that would like shoot those guardian beams. I gave him like a little angry face belt. He has like a little thing, like a little tunic skirt. I have a feeling he would be like topless, but it'd be like buff as well, like showing off his like might. He's got his like little gem. He's got like no eyes in there. That was supposed to be like Link or Zelda in there, but I can imagine like the guy would be like as tall as a building, so he could just like pick them up by their arms. I also really like in Hyrule Warriors where he has this like big monstrous mane, so I think that's the best look for Ganondorf. And again, this is a continuation of just trying to like focus in on what I would really love with the design. Probably like those guardian eyes where you have to shoot an arrow in there. Again, like a skull, angry face for the belt buckle. And gauntlets, because Ganondorf wouldn't look right without them. And I drew Sonic! Okay, so a YouTuber called MasagoX, he does Dragon Ball Z related content, and he likes to make, whenever he was doing reviews of Dragon Ball Super, he would do like a little fan art competition, and I think this one was something related to Toppo or something related to Justice. But either way, I thought it was necessary to draw Toppo in the Jocko pose, the Elite Galactic Patrol pose, because it is so cool. I love Jocko, Dragon Ball, get more of him in there. And on this page, I've drawn myself as Red, holding a Charmander, just because I love Charmander. Charmander's my fave! Alright, so this page is kind of dedicated to Master Roshi in a sense. So I think, going back in the year, I think Master Roshi was put out before 2018, but I just wanted to draw the OG Kamehameha user charging up his signature move that he created, that he should put like a copyright strike on the Kamehameha, because it's his. And I think it was somebody from Team 4-Star said, with Hercule hanging around with the Dragon Ball Z crew, would not be cool if he learned how to use ki and stuff from Master Roshi. So like, what if Hercule went off and he started carrying milk like Goku and Krillin did, and he delivered the he delivers the mail, and he runs from bees and he collects rocks from the mountain stop. So next up we have just practicing drawing more Dragon Ball characters, as you'll probably see umpteen million times through this. So we've got Vegeta and Trunks. Really like how
really like how softly I drew Vegeta and Trunks here. Like, it kind of feels more stylized to my own style rather than trying to be a direct copy of Toriyama. And again, here's me trying to draw Goku like a profile shot and like a side shot. This one has the Super Saiyan hair, of course. And then here's one of him like looking up in a perspective, landing in doing a superhero pose, as Deadpool will call it. Okay, so I think this was the time of the year when the Peanuts movie was released on Netflix. I never really grew up with that cartoon. I wasn't really a fan of that stuff. I don't think we really got that in our TV here. But I always had a really soft spot for it because the characters were all very unique and stylized. It was one of those cartoons that just had its own originality. The Peanuts 2017 movie was just animated really well. It was just so charming, so good. It's wholesome. Like, it's just this innocent kids movie that's just it is what it is. Like, it never tried to be anything it wasn't. And yeah, I just felt like drawing Charlie Brown. I didn't really draw any other of the characters because he was the guy that tried to do the best that he could, and he did. Oh wow, I wonder who these characters are. So, if anybody's been following me for a long time, these are some of my own characters, my OCs, if you will. You'll recognize this guy because that is me. That is the Patrick persona. I use this guy for everything. I like to draw myself as this. As I've got the hair, I've got the shirt, the jeans. Like, it's very basic because I don't like to brand myself in any way. Although I currently am wearing a Pokemon t-shirt. And next, you'll see the dragon guy. So that's me turned into a dragon. The whole thing about that was I was a massive American Dragon fan back in the early, like during the 2000s, and I was hooked, and it was a thing on not DeviantArt, Bennington Play, Doodle, Doodle, and I think we were like making superpowers, and I was just like, yo, I'm hooked on American Dragon, I want to be a dragon, because you can fly, you can shoot fire, you got claws. I was a big Dragon Ball fan, so I thought, hey, why don't my claws shoot like energy and stuff, so I can turn into a dragon. And I've got a super form and a god form, and it gets crazy, but I love it. I could never really use it in a story because it's straight out copying, but I love all the concepts I've come up from it, so I could adapt that into more stuff. So here are more characters that I've made up over the years. You'll recognize Flowerpot. I gave him an updated design. He now looks like an actual daffodil rather than just a lollipop. I like Flowerpot's origins and his design. I really love the fact that I've changed green and blue. Green is electric, and blue is ice. Pretty much what it is, but like they're humanoid now, and yeah, like green's still a little bit broody, and green's broody, blue is cheerful. So I like that how they look alike, but they're still so different. And here's my girl character, Stacy. Stacy is it was basically just to have an alternate version of myself. I don't see. Yeah, it's just a girl. She can do everything my Patrick character can do. If I was to make a story of all these characters, she's typically the smarter one. I do believe that like I want a story that has a strong female lead who's intelligent, who can fight the battles, who can hold her own, and who can shine above the males. Not to say that I'll be making my male characters silly like Homer Simpson and having like a Lisa Simpson character to kind of like lead the way, but it's finding that nice balance, and I'm pretty sure we'll come across sketches in this book of shows where I feel like that balance is very nice. So like I mentioned, I draw my PatToonz all over the place. So like there's me, I think I was Snapchatting somebody all this stuff earlier this year. So yeah, so I must have wanted pizza. Must have said maybe. I'm proud as punch over here. I was attempting to draw Captain America and more life drawing stuff. This one was, yeah, just more adapting, trying to get better at it. I like this one. I kind of defined it. I don't know if YouTube will allow it, since technically you can see your nipple, but you know, free the nipple, as they say on Instagram. Alright, so next we've got more life drawing, and yep, it is what it is. Oh, there's my boy Goku. He's all Ultra Instinct. I think this might have been towards the conclusion of the fight. I should really start dating my books, but it's nice to come back to it and just like see my progression. As I said in the intro, I'm repeating myself. It's my boys, Midoriya and All Might. So, I think this is whenever My Hero Academia was about to come back on for the season. Or I must have been rewatching it again because I was hyped for the next season. I can't remember. But either way, I love this show. It is so good, so wholesome. It was that show I was just talking about where like the female characters have an important role to play just as much as the male characters. I feel it's so balanced. It's so pure. It is what it is. And yeah, I love Midoriya. I love All Might. I realize All Might's hair comes from the middle, not the edges. So I like the drawing too much to actually change it. But maybe that should be a reason why I should change it, because I love it. And look at how proud he is. He's like, yeah, All Might, yeah, I'll do this for you, Dad. So this page now focuses on, I was trying to draw Uraraka. She's my favorite female character from the show. Her power is all about gravity. So I thought like maybe if she lost her cool, like her hair all flows up and she looks all like Storm from X-Men, where she's just out of control and like she just unleashes this big gravitational field and like rocks and debris starts floating up and like people are telling her to stop, but she has the ability to like kind of go boop and all the stuff would fall down. So then I drew Frieza. I don't know why, but I drew Frieza. And here's Midoriya again doing superhero pose and kind of like landing kind of like this to spring off again. Okay, so I drew Johnny Bravo with a Sharpie, and I drew Spider-Man with a broken leg. There you go. Okay, so this is a fun story. So I at the beginning of the year I was on Tinder, and on my Tinder thing I have wrote match with me and I'll make you a cartoon character, or I'll do a drawing of you because I'm an artist, exploiting my abilities to find myself a woman. So basically, this girl, she said, oh, could you really do that? And I said, yes, I can. I am an artist. And she was just like, prove it. I was like, okay, give me a photograph, give me your Snapchat, and get back to me in 15 minutes. And that's what I came up with. And she said, wow, that's cool, and never spoke to me again. So I got used, but you know what? She looks pretty in that drawing. That's all I can say. And I think I was an attempt at drawing another actioning character. Didn't draw it. Didn't flesh it out. Could go back to it, but yeah, I'm over it. Okay, so this one is a special one. So last year I was working in a bar in Birmingham. Birmingham, England, for anyone wondering, and my friend here, Mike, he was getting married last year, and I couldn't make the wedding, unfortunately, just due to saving money for other things, and I was really hurt, but I was real upset that I couldn't make it. So I thought the least I can do is like make like a little wedding drawing of me and our friends that all work together. So we were huge Marvel fans and nerds, and I thought the best way to represent us all would to be to draw everybody in like my style, but all as superheroes. So Mike's favorite hero is Captain America. Iron Man wouldn't be my favorite, but I thought, you know what, I'll give Spider-Man to my man Charles, because we went to see Spider-Man Homecoming together. We both love it. It was actually our second time seeing it, so it was super special for the both of us. And I don't know who Corey's favorite superhero is, but because his name is Corey, it rhymes with Thory, so there you go. Yeah, that was Mike's wedding present. I digitized it, so I'll probably pop it up here. And yeah, that's it. Okay, so this one was... I really like this one because there was a challenge or something like that earlier this year called... God, I can't even remember. It must have been something like yourself as a gym leader or something like that from Pokemon. And basically, you had to draw up what kind of Pokemon gym you would run if you were a gym leader in Pokemon. So I thought to myself, my favorite Pokemon of all time is Cyndaquil. And as much as I would love to have Cyndaquil as my signature Pokemon in a gym, Cyndaquil just couldn't hold its own against whatever could come in. So I decided to beef him up and make him a Typhlosion. And I love the way I drew his claws. His claws look really cool. If I can focus the camera. Yeah, so like I like the way I drew his claws there. He looks very epic, roaring like that, and his volcano back kind of shooting out. Next I would have Torkoal, because I just friggin' love that Pokemon. That's me, didn't flesh it out because I know what I look like, but then I drew Mike Mortar, so my whole Pokemon team theme would be all about volcanoes. And my gym would probably be on a volcano. There'd probably be like fire puzzles or something like that before you could reach the gym leader. And I would probably make a pun like, "Ha, you better have some burn heal." Okay, so more My Hero stuff. I drew Bakugo versus Midoriya. This is before their second fight, which was incredibly animated, really well paced fight. Emotions are flying everywhere. So there's Bakugo shooting a big kaboosh at somebody. I think it's Midoriya. But then I drew Midoriya down here. I'll zoom into that one. There's Midoriya swiping. And there's a Decidueye. My favorite starter Pokemon from Alola. Because Rowlet is the bestest. Okay, so this page now is... these next couple pages are related to my youth group. So I would attend a youth group every Sunday, and we would gather together, and I don't really want to go into too much detail about it, but like I was sat down with my sketchbook one night, and somebody was just like, "Hey, can you draw me?" As people would usually say if they see you busting out a sketchbook. I'm like, "All right, okay, I'll do that." So I drew a girl, and she was like, "Wow, that looks like me." I was like, "Yeah, that's the point." And then I drew another dude, and it's funny because he looks like that. And then I drew a few more of the Persona people. So like, there's a guy up there who plays guitar. Guy up there looks like an old woman, and then there's a guy with a bowl cut, really silly hairstyle. So then whenever it comes to me actually teaching people how to draw, the first thing I always show them is how to draw Mickey Mouse, because it's so iconic. It's so, I wouldn't say easy, but like it's very simple once you break it down. So Mickey Mouse can literally be drawn with nothing but circles. So the circle for the head, circle for the two ears, and his face is made up of circles. Like you can circle there, 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 and his mouth is half a circle. So there you go. And then I just made that into the face because the person who drew that gave up. Neato. Okay, so this was a drawing I did of me whenever I was getting ready to go to Thailand. I drew myself with my backpack and my shorts and my shoes. I don't really draw shoes a lot. I like how I drew them. I haven't seen this drawing in a while, so that's pretty neat. But yeah, this was me ready and rocking to go. I drew myself doing like an action pose, but like my shoulder is there for some reason. I don't know how that perspective works, but I like to try and like experiment as best I can with that kind of stuff. I drew Todoroki. Never finished him, but it's Todoroki from My Hero Academia. And again, another girl from Tinder, but in more of a cartoony style. She liked that. She talked to me for like 2 days after that, but same again. Nobody loves artists, people, and that was me saying I was ready. Don't use your art powers for love. It only hurts. So, this one is a drawing I did of my friend Corey from Birmingham and his girlfriend Jody. Jody is her name. So Corey and Jody. Corey is a big, massive It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia fan, and he wanted me to draw him as Dayman singing to his girlfriend, who was a waitress, but now is not. She does something that I can't remember. And I'm not really happy with this because it looks very flat, but hopefully whenever I go to see them in February time I can make a better one, because I get to crash at their place. So again, like, I'm not really happy with a lot of these drawings because like this is the period of time before I was going to Thailand, so like I was just trying to like sketch as much as I could because I wasn't working at this point. So someone wanted me to draw them as Buttercup from Powerpuff Girls. Somebody wanted me to draw them as a slice of pizza. Somebody wanted me to draw them as Grumpy from the Seven Dwarves. I drew another friend from Birmingham with his daughter. That turned out nice, but like again, like I feel like I could do better. That's the only reason why I don't finish like flesh these out and make them into proper things. I know I can do better. A friend of mine asked me to draw him as a Goron from The Legend of Zelda. Someone asked me to draw Alucard from Hellsing. And this is what I mean about like I know I can do better with these drawings, because again that looks very flat, very one-dimensional. But this one he's combat ready. He's ready to go. Like, I like the pose a lot better. Like, he just looks like grr, and this is just like grr, I'm ready to fight you.